All right. Have you ever thought that JavaScript was unnecessarily wordy? For example, look at this. In this code, I am saying go out and find the input tag, and then add an event listener for the key up, and then call the handle change function. In the handle change function, I want you to go find the p tag and set its inner HTML equal to the input tag's value. All of that so that I could say hello world and have it appear on screen. If you thought that was unnecessarily long to type out, I've got good news for you. There's a library called jQuery that actually makes a lot of JavaScript syntax much shorter. So if you want to use jQuery, you can see right here is a URL. This is on cdnjs.com/library/jQuery. This is the latest version of jQuery. And to bring it in, we just have to add our script tag, just like we would have done for Axios, and then we'll do source, and we'll paste in jQuery. So why is jQuery nice? Well, to do this exact same thing, let's do it using jQuery syntax. Rather than having to type the word document, jQuery lets us use the $sign. The $sign does, and then parentheses, does basically the exact same thing as document.querySelector. So rather than having to type all of that, I just type that. And well, what am I wanting to select? Well, I want to find the input. Then what do I want to do? Well, the next thing I'm doing over here is I'm adding an event listener for key up. And here I can say dot key up. And it's a function that will attach a function to it as soon as this line of code runs. So what it's doing is it's saying go find the input box and attach a key up function. And if we wanted this line of code on line 15 to be the same as line 17, I could just put handle change. And ta-da, I've written line 17 on line 15. And they work exactly the same. But because it's so short, I figure why not keep going? So let's just actually define the change function in here. And well, now in this handle change function, I need to go find the p tag. Well, how do I find the p tag? Ta-da! I found the p tag. Well, I want to set its inner HTML. Well, the way you do that is you call an HTML function. If I just call this function, it will return the HTML that's inside of the p tag. If I want to set the HTML, then I need to pass in some information to this function. Well, what do I want to pass into this function? Well, I want to pass in the input's value. So what I'm doing is I'm saying go find the input, grab its value, set the p tag's inner HTML to it whenever the key up is pushed. And so now on those few lines of code, I've written the exact same thing as all of those lines of code. So if I comment it out and I come over to my document, I can say hello world, and it types out exactly like we expected. Some caveats here. HTML does suffer from the same thing as this .inner HTML, which means if I typed button and I gave it an on click events where it alerted 1, and then I close it and I say hello, and then I close off the button, this button will run the outside JavaScript. So this HTML doesn't handle sanitization, so you'll have to be aware of all of the same things that you were aware with in JavaScript, but jQuery can allow you to shorten drastically long JavaScript down to just a few lines. So rather than doing document.querySelector, you can use this $sign. Rather than doing add event listener key up, you can just say .key up. And then rather than saying .inner HTML equals, you can just call the HTML function. Rather than typing out .value, admittedly, that's about the same number of characters because you add the parentheses instead of finishing the word value. But still, you get the picture. jQuery can make your life a lot easier and it can make your stuff a lot shorter. Sometimes jQuery isn't used because it's not all that difficult to type document.querySelector. And one of the other reasons jQuery was created was to handle the difficulty of fetching data. But now with Axios and Fetch, that's actually not as hard as it used to be. However, all of that being said, jQuery can save you some lines of code. And so if you want to use it, you'll just go out, grab the script tag, and then you should be able to use jQuery syntax in your code.